Welcome to the TechLifeWell Podcast with Theo, Hale, and Aria Wells. Thanks for joining us.
It is great to be here.
Today we are exploring a massive shift in AI and technology.
A total paradigm shift, really.
Exactly. Image generation is completely changing how we create and interact with visual content. We are looking at a wave of innovation that is essentially rewriting the rules of the internet.
Yeah, and how we even perceive digital media.
Right. And to do this, we are going through a stack of fresh sources for you today. We are looking at Google's latest launch announcements, OpenAI's developer documentation, Adobe's product pages, and a really fascinating 2026 industry report from Zapier.
There is a lot of ground to cover.
There is. Our mission today is to help you navigate this brand new AI image landscape of 2026, because we are officially entering an era where, well, everything becomes generatable.
It really is, it's a completely new phase. I mean, we're moving entirely away from the novelty era of AI images.
Right, the early days.
Yeah, where people were just typing prompts to see what, funny mashups they could create. Now we are stepping into a phase where this technology is seamlessly woven into serious daily workflows across multiple industries.
Absolutely. So, to kick things off, we need to talk about the massive news from February 26, 2026.
Oh, yeah.
Google officially launched Nano Banana 2.
I still love that name.
I know, it's great. Or, I guess, if we are looking at the technical developer naming convention, it's Gemini 3.1 Flash image.
Right. And to understand why Nano Banana 2 is such a monumental deal, we really have to look back at the original Nano Banana launch.
Back in September 2025.
Exactly. That first model went completely viral. The data shows it pulled in 13 million first-time users to the Gemini platform in just 4 days.
13 million.
In 4 days. And by mid-October, people had generated over 5 billion images.
That is just wild.
It was a cultural phenomenon.
Yeah.
The Nano Banana 2 represents a massive breakthrough because of a very specific combination of features. It takes the high-fidelity, pro-level quality of their previous premium model
Right.
and delivers it at what they're calling flash-level speed.
Okay, let's unpack this, because the speed is impressive, but I was looking at the developer notes, and the consistency capabilities are what really stood out to me.
Oh, it's incredible.
I mean, I remember when getting a character to look the same in 2 consecutive AI generations was practically impossible.
Totally. They would change hair color.
Yeah, or their jacket would suddenly have completely different lapels.
Right.
How does this new model handle that?
It completely overhauls the process. Nano Banana 2 can actually maintain the exact physical resemblance of up to 5 different characters. 5. And the precise fidelity of up to 14 distinct objects, all within a single workflow.
That feels like a total game changer for, anyone doing storyboarding or comic book illustration or building a cohesive marketing campaign.
Exactly.
You aren't just rolling the dice on every single prompt anymore, hoping the output roughly matches the previous one.
Right, you are actually directing a persistent digital cast.
Yeah. But beyond the consistency, the grounding capabilities really caught my eye. How does it actually use real-time web search to build an image?
What's fascinating here is that it stops hallucinating and starts researching.
I like that phrasing.
Yeah, it uses live web search to ground its images in factual reality.
Right.
So if you ask it to create an infographic of the water cycle, it doesn't just draw a pretty picture with random nonsensical arrows.
Right, the classic AI gibberish text.
Exactly. It actively pulls factual data from the web to build a clean, accurate, modern isometric infographic. It even knows to label the crust, mantle, and core correctly if you ask for a geological cross-section of the Earth.
Wow.
It is blending real-world knowledge retrieval directly with visual generation.
So it is acting as a researcher and an illustrator simultaneously.
Yes.
I noticed the documentation also highlighted its formatting flexibility. It mentioned extreme aspect ratios. What does that actually look like in a practical sense for a designer?
It means you are no longer constrained to square or, slightly rectangular images. You can natively generate a massive 4.1 panoramic banner for a website header.
Oh, that's huge.
Or an ultra-tall 1.8 image for a digital billboard. Furthermore, the model upscales everything natively to 4K resolution.
Native 4K.
Yeah, so the assets are immediately ready for professional deployment without needing some secondary upscaling tool.
The developer demos really bring these specs to life. The Windows C app was a perfect example of this.
Oh, I love that demo.
Right. It's an application that uses live weather APIs to generate photorealistic window views.
So smart.
So if you are sitting in a windowless office in Chicago, but you want to feel like you are looking out at Tokyo, the app checks the real-time weather in Tokyo.
Right.
If it's raining there, your generated window view reflects that exact weather, lighting, and skyline.
It is incredibly immersive. And another demo that highlights the practical utility is the global ad localizer.
Yes, I was just thinking about that one.
Right.
We all remember how badly older translation software used to ruin the formatting of text on images.
Oh, it is awful.
You would try to translate a poster, and the software would just slap this highly visible, opaque white box over the original text.
And just type the new language on top.
Exactly. It looked terrible. How does the localizer handle this differently?
It solves that exact problem. You feed it an advertisement, and it instantly translates the text inside the image into different languages. But it keeps the visual style completely intact.
Seamlessly.
Yes. It renders the new language directly into the fabric of the visual. So if the original text was written in neon lights reflecting in a puddle, the translated text will also be written in neon lights with accurate puddle reflections.
That is mind-blowing.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, this really highlights a strategic shift outlined in the research brief.
Okay.
Image generation is no longer a destination.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you don't have to navigate to a specific website or boot up a dedicated standalone app just to make an image anymore. It is becoming ambient infrastructure.
Ambient infrastructure, okay. It essentially means the tool meets you where your intent already lives, rather than forcing you to hunt down the tool.
Precisely. Google didn't just isolate Nano Banana 2 on a web portal. They baked it directly into Search AI mode, into Google Lens, into Google Ads, and made it the default engine in the Gemini app.
And Adobe is following the exact same playbook, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Adobe Firefly is natively built right into Photoshop and Adobe Express.
Yeah.
If you were working on a design, you just select an area, and the generation happens right there on your canvas. The technology meets the professional exactly where they are already working. It completely removes the friction of switching between applications.
But here's where it gets really interesting, though.
Yeah.
Usually, massive tech companies want to lock you into their ecosystem. They build these walled gardens. But looking at the Adobe product pages, there is this incredible cross-pollination happening. Right inside Adobe Firefly, you can actually select Google's Nano Banana 2 or OpenAI's GPT image as your partner model.
Right.
You can use a competitor's technology seamlessly inside Adobe's interface.
Yeah.
Why are these tech giants suddenly opening their doors like this?
That interoperability is crucial because of a reality highlighted in the Zapier Best AI Image Generators in 2026 report.
Okay, the Zapier report.
Yeah. The industry has realized there is no single model that is perfect for every single task.
Right.
You really have to choose your weapon based on what you are specifically trying to achieve. Opening the doors allows platforms like Adobe to remain the central hub for creatives, even if the creative occasionally needs a specialized tool from OpenAI or Google.
So if I am a regular user looking at that 2026 Zapier report, how do I actually choose? The report lists OpenAI's GPT-4o, access through their responses API as the absolute best overall for multi-turn editing.
Yes.
What makes it so suited for that conversational workflow?
It comes down to a fundamental difference in the underlying architecture. Most of the industry relies on diffusion models.
Okay.
But OpenAI has moved toward an auto-regression model for GPT-4o.
Wait, auto-regression. I am used to the idea of diffusion, where the AI essentially clears up static noise until an image appears.
Correct.
Kind of like a Polaroid slowly developing.
Yeah.
How is an auto-regression model different from that?
It is a great analogy. If diffusion's like a Polaroid developing from static, auto-regression is more like predicting the next word in a sentence.
Like a text AI.
Exactly, but applied to pixels. It predicts visual tokens sequentially.
Interesting.
It is slightly slower than a diffusion model, but because it builds the image logically step by step, it is incredibly breathtakingly accurate when it comes to following complex, multi-layered instructions and understanding conversational tweaks.
The API documentation gives a perfect visual example of this in action.
Oh, the cat example.
Yes. You prompt the model to generate an image of a gray tabby cat hugging an otter with an orange scarf. It gives you a highly accurate image, but because the auto-regression model is built for multi-turn conversational flow, you can literally just type a reply saying, no, make it look realistic.
Yeah.
You don't have to rewrite the entire prompt from scratch or re-upload the image as a reference. It remembers the context, references the previous output, and instantly updates the image to a photorealistic style.
It treats image editing the exact same way we treat a text-based chatbot conversation.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
It really is.
But if you are looking for pure artistic and aesthetic quality above all else, the Zapier report notes that Midjourney V7 is still the reigning king.
Oh, for sure. Midjourney has always been incredible for that immediate wow factor.
Definitely. It was released in April 2025 and became their default model in June 2025.
And V7 introduced a feature called omni-reference,
Right.
which seems to allow for unparalleled control over style and character blending, along with a draft mode for quicker iterations.
Yes, the aesthetic output is unmatched. But there's a massive caveat for anyone using it for business.
The public aspect.
Exactly. By default, images generated on Midjourney are entirely public on their Explore page.
Right.
If you are a designer working on top-secret product mock-ups or sensitive branding, having your generations broadcast to the public could be a massive issue.
Which brings us perfectly back to Adobe Firefly. If commercial safety is your top priority, Firefly is the undisputed industry standard.
Without a doubt.
Because it was trained strictly on Adobe stock and public domain content where the copyright has definitively expired.
Right.
Brands using Firefly do not have to worry about accidentally generating an image that infringes on a living artist's intellectual property.
That peace of mind is huge for enterprise clients.
We all remember when Generative Fill first dropped in Photoshop a few years ago. It was novel, but sometimes the edits looked a bit artificial.
A bit pasted on.
Yeah. What the documentation highlights now is this flawless depth of field matching. If you have a portrait photo of a subject, and you use Firefly to add a beautifully blurred forest to the background natively inside Photoshop, it doesn't look pasted on anymore.
Not at all.
It is actually calculating the simulated camera lens, matching the lighting and the shadows of your original photo perfectly.
The integration is incredible. And beyond the big three of Google, OpenAI, and Adobe, the landscape has also given rise to some really incredible specialist models.
Right, the niche players.
Exactly. The Zapier report highlights a few that are dominating very specific technical niches. For instance, there's a model called Riv.
I saw Riv in the report. What specific problem are they solving that the major players haven't figured out yet?
Riv is currently unmatched for strict prompt adherence, specifically when dealing with multiple subjects and complex relations.
Okay.
If you give a standard model a complex prompt, say a warrior holding a sword standing next to a wizard holding a staff,
Right.
most models will occasionally get confused. They will blend the concepts and give the wizard the sword and the warrior the staff.
Oh, I've seen that happen so many times.
Riv maps the distinct objects to their respective subjects with near perfect accuracy every single time.
That is super useful. The report also mentioned Ideogram v3.0 and Recraft. What are their specialties?
Ideogram v3.0 dominates when it comes to rendering accurate, legible text on complex surfaces, like crumpled posters or neon signs. It just handles text beautifully. Recraft, on the other hand, is the absolute go-to for graphic designers.
Because of the SVGs.
Exactly. It can natively generate scalable vector graphics. It doesn't just make pixel images. It makes infinitely scalable design files and stunning product mockups.
And we cannot forget FLUX either. The report lists FLUX as the open source powerhouse.
Yes.
It was actually built by the original team behind Stable Diffusion, and it gives developers ultimate customization.
Right.
It allows users to run these powerful models locally on their own hardware, rather than relying on a tech giant's cloud servers, which is a huge deal for data privacy and independent development.
This raises an important question, though. When you look at all these capabilities, from OpenAI's multi-turn conversational editing to Firefly's native generative fill and Reeve's perfect prompt adherence, we are looking at a world where altering reality takes literally seconds.
It really does.
The OpenAI API docs show an example where you can use a digital mask to flawlessly insert a flamingo into a photo of a sunlit lounge pool.
I saw that.
The lighting, the reflections in the water, the shadows cast on the pool floor, they all match perfectly.
So what does this all mean for trust? If I can fake a flamingo in a pool or place a public figure in a location they have never visited and it looks completely flawless to the human eye, how do we verify anything we see online anymore?
It is the defining challenge of this technological era. But there is a technical solution being deployed right alongside these generators, known as the provenance layer.
Okay, the provenance layer.
Google, for instance, uses a technology called Synthen. It embeds an invisible digital watermark directly into the pixels of the image.
When you say a digital watermark, people usually picture a translucent logo stamped in the corner of an image that can just be cropped out.
Right, the old school watermark.
How does Synthen survive someone maliciously trying to remove it?
Because it isn't a visible stamp. It alters the actual pixel patterns in a way that is invisible to the human eye, but easily detectable by a computer.
Fascinating.
Even if you crop the image, apply heavy color filters, or take a screenshot of it, the underlying pixel pattern remains intact and identifiable.
Wow.
Since they launched the Synthen verification tool, the Gemini app, back in November 2025, it has been used over 20 million times by people actively checking if an image is real.
That invisible layer is crucial for verification. But there's also a highly visible push across the industry, right? The C2PA content credentials.
Yes.
Think of it like a digital nutrition label for your images. It travels with the file and tells you exactly how and when the content was created or modified, and specifically what AI tools were used in the process.
And the coalition backing this C2PA standard is massive. It currently has over 3,300 members.
3,300.
Including Adobe, Microsoft, OpenAI, and Google. They are all agreeing on a standardized, industry-wide way to transparently say, hey, a machine made this, or a machine altered this.
If we have a nutrition label telling us an image is generated, what does that mean for the person typing the prompt?
That's the real question.
If you're a marketer, a designer, or just a creative professional, and literally anyone can generate a photorealistic masterpiece in 10 seconds, the simple physical act of making an image completely loses its premium.
Exactly.
The value has to shift. It seems the true value is now moving toward curation, creative direction, and having the specific taste and contextual understanding to generate the exact right image for a specific moment.
That is a profound way to look at it. The value is no longer in the brushstroke, it is in the vision.
I like that.
And it leaves us with something really important to consider as we wrap up this exploration for you.
What's that?
If image generation continues to be ambiently embedded into absolutely every digital tool we use, from our search bars to our text messages, our presentation software, and our ad platforms, how long until society completely stops distinguishing between a human-authored visual, a heavily edited photo, and a fully synthetic creation?
That is a big question.
Will real, unedited photography become a niche artisanal art form, much in the same way that shooting on 35mm film is today?
We appreciate you listening. Follow the TechLifeWell Podcast for future episodes and updates.